Tony D. Shit. Wanna need cornbread.
Welcome to the Sex, Travel, Sports, Food Podcast with your host, Cousin Cornbread on ANDS Radio. That's Ain't No Damn Station Radio. We're delivering this straight to your earphones, your car speakers, and sound bars on that Wi-Fi, hotspots, Ethernet, T1 lines, shared data plans, or however you get on the internet. And we about to go ahead and get this commentary in and solve life's problems. Y'all ready? Set, go. Yeah. It's cornbread. Hey, man, y'all welcome back to the Sex, Travel, Sports, Food Podcast with your favorite cousin Cornbread. You know what I'm talking about? On episode number 21 of the Sex, Travel, Sports, Food Podcast. We back at it, man. And straight off the top, today's episode, the topics will be, in sex, we're going to talk about the Mile High Club. In travel, we'll be talking about the airport food, man, the price gouging that you have to experience trying to get some food and nourishment at the airport. Sports, we're going to talk about HBCU quarterbacks. HBCU quarterbacks, man, black quarterbacks, and just specifically HBCU quarterbacks, basically based on something I experienced this past weekend. And in food, we're going to talk about whether or not y'all Bammers out there be washing y'all pans, man. Okay? Do y'all wash y'all's frying pans out, especially cast iron pans, or if you fry something, you know, deep fry, do you wash a deep fry basket out? All right? So that's what we're going to be talking about, man. That's going to be the topics for the day, for this episode. And again, this week, I don't have another guest for y'all, man. I know y'all depressed. But we don't got no guest this week, so I ain't gonna do no teasers or nothing like that for a guest. It's just regular old schmegular cornbread. And then I got a couple shout outs, man. Dead ass. For some people I had forgotten to shout out before. These are some people that have been supporting me from the beginning, and I didn't give them no shout outs off the top. But some people on Facebook specifically that held me down with the reposts, sliding up in my inbox, letting me know what they think about the show when I first started doing it, all that good shit. And so I'm about to shout them out real quick. You know what I'm talking about? Gina Stringfellow, number one, she held it down. A whole bunch of reposts from her, a whole bunch of shares. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. Cause that means you liked it so much you want to tell a friend. Shout out. Kendra Leak, my girl Tracy Lee, Tiana Griffin, man, that boy Cardo Brown. He was a good share. You a good sharer, dog. I appreciate you. You always sharing, holding it down for me, especially on them early joints. You know what I'm saying? Getting these listens and subscriptions up and all that. And then shout out to my boy Wale from Urban Sports Scene Podcast. He reshares and comments and participates and all that good shit as well. And y'all go check his joint out. This is a good sports podcast that he does, covering national news and a lot of local DC area news, sports news. So y'all check that man out. Wale from Urban Sports Scene Podcast. You can look that up on wherever you listen to your podcast at. All right. And then on Instagram, my girl is that Cynthia. That's her handle on there. Eclectic Chick, Dovely26, and Enigma, and the Inside Scoop, which is another podcast that's been supporting lately. I appreciate that. Shout out to him for sliding up in the DMs, hitting me with the info and the feedback. I always appreciate feedback, constructive criticism, whatever. And then my man's Mr. Victory or Nothing, who always hold it down with the repost. Shout out to him. And if y'all need somebody to host a show live, live event or whatever, if y'all ain't gonna hire your favorite cousin Cornbread, hire my man Marcus over there at Mr. Victory or Nothing. Get a t-shirt, do all that. All right? And make sure y'all go on cousincornbread.com to follow everything. You hear me? Subscribe, review, share, all that good shit. So shout out to all them people, man. I appreciate y'all. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everybody. You hear me? Okay. And, like I said last week or 2 shows ago, actually, at this point, I started putting the fun facts on y'all. Okay. So today's fun fact is, did y'all know in this this environment of hashtags, right? We got hashtag everything. And anybody that follow me on Instagram, know I'm the hashtag king. And I ain't even as bad as I used to be, but I used to hashtag every goddamn thing. But I done calmed down a little bit. But anyway, so y'all know a hashtag is not even called a hashtag. It's not even called a pound sign. If you old like Cornbread, if you like 30 and older, I guess, we used to call that the pound sign on the phone, right? But that shit ain't even called a pound sign. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that shit at all. So look, the technical name for that thing, that sign, is a octothorpe. Octothorpe. O-C-T-O Thorpe. That's crazy, right? And so the octo stands for the 8 points, so when you draw it, it got the 8 little points on it. And don't nobody know where the hell Thorpe came from. Now, so according to the information that I actually looked up like a dork, according to this information, it might be named after Olympian Jim Thorpe, whoever the hell that is. I don't know who the hell that is. I ain't feel like looking it up. And then some people just say it's some bullshit that they just made up with the Thorpe. So yeah, man, we be out here octothorping shit. Instead of hashtags. I just like to know random shit in case I gotta go to trivia night or if I end up on Jeopardy. I'm gonna know that shit called the octothorpe. Y'all gonna be like, how the hell Cousin Cornbread that came up on Jeopardy and figured out goddamn octothorpe? Here you go, right here, because I looked it up. All right. And yeah, man, and then we got this weekend the Caucasity. You know what I'm saying? There's another thing I started doing, man. So this week in the Caucasity, like I said, I took credit for making up the Caucasity a couple years ago, but ain't nobody give me the credit yet, but I definitely made that shit up. Anyway, the Caucasity is going to go to Miss Hillary Thornton, who was the Caucasian lady up in St. Louis who wouldn't let the black guy into his own apartment building. And, everybody done seen that viral video. Okay, if you haven't seen that viral video of this Caucasian lady not letting in this black tenant to his own building, just go look it up. It's been all over the place. If you ain't seen it, you've been under a rock. If you've been under a rock, climb out from under the rock and go get on Google or Instagram or whatever and just look the shit up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I done named her Lofty Laura, okay? Because they lived in these lofts and old girl was trying to hold it down like security of the world and wasn't letting the old boy in his building. And, the video showed him trying to, force his way, telling her to get the fuck out the way. Get out the way, lady. I live here. What you talking about? She's talking about, show me your key fob and all this shit, right? Then she pulled a standard Caucasic move of saying, oh, I feel uncomfortable. Then she proceeds to uncomfortably follow him into the damn elevator by herself, which is crazy to me. So I'm watching this shit like, wait, she's so goddamn uncomfortable with this black man who's in her mind a stranger and doesn't belong in this building, in these lofts. She's so uncomfortable that she followed him into the elevator alone. And then she had like a little dog, something like a little dog, right? Like a Shih Tzu or something like that. I don't even, it's like a dog about that size, a little mop dog, right? Look like you put a stick on it, it look like a mop, okay? So she's so uncomfortable with this black man in her building, as she said, that she follows him into the elevator alone all the way to his apartment. Now, that was the craziest part to me, because I know if I'm uncomfortable or scared or whatever it is, I'm not following this motherfucker who I think about to commit a crime or whatever to wherever they going, and I'm not getting in the elevator alone with this person who I don't trust, who I don't know, who could be a criminal or whatever. Wouldn't that make more sense? You would stay out of that. You would call the police or whatever you want to do. Call the security, call your homeowner people, whoever it is, and get some help. You don't get in the elevator alone, Hillary. Okay? Come on. She made some badass, for her to supposedly be uncomfortable, she made a whole bunch of terrible follow-on decisions. She put herself she went from a bad situation that she anticipated to possibly the worst outcome that could have been, where she followed him to the scene of the crime. This broad was so uncomfortable, she literally followed him to go commit whatever crime he was going to do. So what if he was going to do something crazy, right? And you in the elevator by yourself. You about to get stabbed, robbed, jumped, whatever, killed, because you uncomfortable with your mop dog. The fuck you doing, man? Hillary need to get some better situational awareness. For real. I'm uncomfortable, so I'm going to follow this man all the way to wherever the hell he going. What if he was going up to meet with the rest of his terrible criminal friends, and you don't walk your silly ass right up to the house, right up to the spot. They ain't even had to kidnap you. They just open the door and here you are, fresh meat. Crazy. It was the craziest thing. And then so anyway, old girl gets fired from whatever job she had, because the video went viral. Everybody saw it. She gets fired, and then she gonna come out and do some interview where she was saying, "No, it wasn't nothing. I was just following the condo rules and all this shit," which may have been true. And that's one thing I said. Look, I lived in buildings with secure gates and all this stuff and secure doors. You don't let everybody in. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not it's racist or not, you don't let random motherfuckers in your building. I agree with that. For real. As a realtor, as just a regular person that's done lived in secure, it's a normal thing to do. Hey, you live here, shout. Don't be following me up in my house. I don't know who you is. But, you ask them and they go, yeah. Or, here go my key fob, or here go to whatever. Then you good. And then if you really that nervous and you suspect, it got to be a better protocol. You definitely don't try to block them. That's the worst thing you can do, because you can't fight. Lofty Laura didn't look like she could fight. So if he was crazy, or if he was violent, or he kirked off or whatever and just swung on her, it was going to be a wrap. And a dog. Everybody can get it. Like Biggie said, the kids, the dog, everybody dying. Yeah, man, like she just made some bad decisions. Don't do that shit. But I agree. I agree with her up to the point of asking, yo, are you able to let yourself in this building before I hold the door open for you? Or who you going to see? Because that's something that my co-ops and condos and stuff, that's in the rules. You know what I'm saying? Hey, protect your space, protect your building. We all a community, blah, blah, blah. All that's legit. But the consistent pressure and her not believing him and all this shit, her demanding what unit he lives in and all this shit, after he pleasantly had an exchange with her initially, she need to get the fuck out. So then it comes out that she apparently has an ex-husband who's black. And I don't give a fuck. Right? Who cares if the ex-husband is black? It literally doesn't make her any less of an asshole, right? So I don't know why people always try to bring that type of shit out. Like after somebody has some incident where people are claiming racism and blah, blah, blah. All you gotta do is, if you're not racist, you ignore it. Or you just say, look, I'm not racist, y'all being extra. Y'all blowing this shit up. Or whatever. But the fact that you like black dick don't mean that you're not racist. Slave owners and racist motherfuckers fuck black people all the time. That's like nothing new. doesn't mean that you're not racist. That don't mean shit. I mean, like, if you're going to say, oh, I'm not prejudiced because, like, I fuck the other people, that don't really fly in all kinds of different, in all areas of life. It doesn't make it true at all. I like black dick, so I can't be racist. Girls, nah. But whatever. I don't think she didn't explicitly say that, but it did come out that she had an ex-husband that's black. No, but I don't care. She's still an asshole, and she still need to be more careful with her own life. You understand me? Sheesh. But yeah, then old boy, the victim, okay, because he is the victim. The black man is the victim in this scenario. Old boy gonna come out with the standard old black thing that say, oh, I forgive her. I don't have any harsh feelings towards her. I hope that she's great and all this shit. Why? Why you feel the need to say that? Don't make them feel comfortable about being a racist or harassing you, even if she was harassing you. Don't make anybody that makes you uncomfortable feel comfortable after they done did some fuck shit. I don't care what the scenario was, right? She was wrong, you were right. So why you feel like you gotta go out your way to say, oh yeah, I'm still gonna be cordial with her. Fuck that, bro. Shit. You see me, I'm slamming the door on your ass. Use your own key. Hillary. Okay? Use your own motherfucking key fob. I ain't holding shit. The trash chute is closed. You open it yourself. I ain't holding no doors. I ain't doing shit. Fuck your dog. Make sure you out here with a doggy poop bag, or I'm calling the police. From now on, anytime I see her doing anything, I'm calling the police, and I'm asking her for her key, just to make a point. Talking about how I'm gonna be cordial with her, and he'll still say hi and all this bullshit. Man, please, shit. Anyway, man, that was this week in the caucasity, and then you got in the blackacity, because I keep it fair. I do white and black. I think everybody pretty much it has some kind of audacity in their lives, and they be thinking they can get away with shit because of whatever it is. So with the white folks, the Caucasians, it's the privilege, right? They think they can do whatever it is because they're privileged. And then the black people, sometimes we think because we so cool or because we so unique, I don't even know what the word is, cool, or it's probably just cool. We think because we so cool and because we black that we can get away with some shit too. So I do the blackacity as well. So it ain't one-sided, whoever's listening. I don't only pick on nobody. I pick on everybody. Whoever can get it. I'm like, what's that show? What's that show? Not The Simpsons. Not The Simpsons. What's the joint that come on? I don't forgot the name of it. But yeah, anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But look, in the blackacity, we just gonna keep this real simple. It's Kanye. Okay? And I try to really stay away from a lot of stuff with Kanye, man. Even with just Kanye and Trump, I've been trying to get my life together and move away from it because everybody talk about it to ad nauseum. But Kanye just on some other shit, man. He's like really gone. He needs mental health counseling and therapy. I actually think he should go back and get the rest of his lipo, okay? Because I want to get lipo myself, but I think Kanye would probably feel better if he finished up his lipo and he was looking good. Because like Deion Sanders always said, you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. If you play good, they pay good. That's Deion Sanders for y'all, man, okay? If y'all know who Deion Sanders is, and you should, but if you don't know who Deion Sanders was one of the greatest NFL players ever at cornerback. He played for a few teams, but yeah, man. Now he's an announcer on ESPN or NFL Network, one of them. But whatever. The whole point is, Kanye need to pull his life together, okay? He out here with the Make America Great Again hat, talking about telling Trump that it made him feel like he had on a Superman cape. Really, dude? The MAGA hat made you feel like you had on a Superman cape? That's how much power you're giving that raggedy ass hat, that's crazy to me. For him to be so, I don't even know what the word is, for him to have so much need for some kind of attention and companionship and love that he's reaching out to one of the worst examples of moral fabric that you can have in a human being in Donald Trump, and telling him that he basically is what made him feel better and made him feel super. I guess in his time of emotional need or whatever it is, that's crazy to me. I feel bad for Kanye. I feel bad for him, but then I also just want him to shut the fuck up. Because you can have empathy and sympathy for people who still want them to shut the fuck up. That don't just give them an open slate to just kind of freak out and do whatever they want. He been doing that for a while at this point, where he just all over the fucking place and nobody trying to check him for real. Because we all know he a little, like the old black people say, he a little touched. Okay? And that's not the Me Too touch. That's the, he got a little, mental health issue touched. Like they just didn't know how to describe it. And I don't know what they meant by, but touched by who? Touched by whom? Probably the devil. Black people only believe in the devil and God. That's it. If God ain't do it, the devil did it. Those are the only two people responsible for anything that happens in life. And God only does good things, and the devil is responsible for all non-good things. But I ain't gonna get into that on this jump, man. Y'all can go join my I ain't gonna even tell y'all that group about it, because y'all gonna judge me if I tell y'all about this group I'm in. But anyway, man, so that's it, man. That's the wrap up for the Caucasity, the Black Cassidy, and y'all's fun facts for the week. Shout outs, we got through all that, man. All right. So look, now we gonna actually get into the actual topics that we was talking about, man. The topics for this show, like I said, sex, travel, sports, food, and first, we're going to talk about the Mile High Club, just because that's one thing. I've been on a couple flights recently, and we all fly regularly, or a lot of us do. And, I was just thinking about that one day. This last flight I was on, it wasn't full. So I was going down, and I remember the only other flight I had been on that was that empty was a flight I was on when I joined the Mile High Club like years ago, right? And I was like, I don't know why my brain instantly went to that. I was like, that was the first thing I thought about. I was like, oh, there's all these empty seats. Somebody should join the Mile High Club. Then I thought to myself, am I terrible? Am I nasty? Am I like, what's wrong with me? Because that's that's literally the first thing I looked. I was like, oh shit, they done closed the door, and like it's about 30, 40 open seats in this motherfucker. Shit. Somebody could be getting it in right here, goddamn. So yeah, man, I just like went straight to that. And the question is, are y'all in the Mile High Club or not? And if not, is that one of your goals? That one of your sexual goals? One of your sexual fantasies? What y'all trying to do? Or do you got a plan? Are you and whoever your partner, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever you fucking, whatever, y'all got a plan to join the Mile High Club yet? Did you even think about it before right now? I think if you're not in the Mile High Club, you should try to come up with a way to do it. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, don't try to do that shit in the bathroom unless you petite. Grown-ass big boy like me, we barely can fit in the bathroom by ourselves. So don't even try that. 'Cause that bathroom already too damn small. You're going to need 2 seats to yourself, at least 3 seats. If you got a 3-rower, get it in. Or even a 2 and 2s and you ain't got nobody next to you, y'all get in right there. And just wait for after like the little snack service. Just wait right after the snack service. Cause they go sit down, they doing all this shit. And that's when you get it in, right? So let's make sure y'all get it, man, because it's actually, sometimes it's like convenient for you to just go ahead and do it right there. Especially if you got a girl that do yoga, everybody in the hot yoga now, Pilates, or whatever. Just make, if she ain't flexible, make sure y'all stretch before you get on the plane. You know what I'm saying? That morning, take a hot shower, get your flexibility on so y'all can get it in on that 3 row, on that 3-seat row. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know about the exit row though. I just feel like they monitor the exit row for some reason. But whatever. Go get it in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like when I joined the Mile High Club, it was actually really convenient. It was a big plane going to Jamaica. It wasn't like nobody on that joint, so it was like just nothing but space and opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And my girlfriend at the time was very flexible, so we over there. She talking about, yo, you trying? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, of course, all the time. That's whatever. So then, we start trying to figure out the best method to get this done. And, we basically got our pants down in the jump, and here come the flight attendant trying to fuck up the whole joint. Looking at us with the Auntie Maxine face. That face is just the old black woman disappointed face, just like, these motherfuckers, you dirty rotten, dirty rotten scoundrel. You need Lord, you need Jesus in your life. That's the face that the flight attendant gave us. And we were just like, hey, shawty, look, we got like 3 more hours on this flight. Ain't shit. I mean, why you even up here? Ain't nobody hit the little buzzer. We thought she was back there chilling, like they supposed to be chilling out of the snack service. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. It was cool because it's actually a good, the way the seats are set, it give you a good leverage. And them, give you good leverage. It supports your back. You know what I'm saying? And you could be watching a movie right there too on the back of somebody. Have Martin up on that joint or some shit. Coming to America or something. Live your best life when you join in the Mile High Club. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't even know if is it illegal to have sex on the plane? I never checked that. Like, is there a punishment for this shit? Because, like, I know I've never heard of it being a topic. Like, is it discouraged? I don't see no signs nowhere. They say don't smoke on the plane, right? You can't bring water through TSA. But they don't say nothing about fucking on the plane. So I guess, look, if I ain't see the sign, I'm assuming it's legal. I'm assuming it's okay for me to do it if I ain't see no damn sign. And y'all ain't take it away from me at in the security checkpoint. Shit. I don't know. Somebody look that up. I don't know. But look, can I bring my boo as a what you call it? As a anxiety pet or whatever? The way I get through my anxiety is to have sex. So can I bring my boo as an anxiety animal, companion or whatever, if I put a reflective vest on her ass? Hey, look, I'm gonna go get one of them construction joints, reflective vest, and say I'm nervous, right? I'm nervous or whatever the fuck they put on the dogs. I'm nervous. I'm write that shit in magic marker right on the side of the vest. Bring on the jump free. If he's small enough to fit, what if she's small enough to fit on my lap the whole time? Can I do that? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we need to figure out how to get motherfuckers on for free. And if they can cure my anxiety, why can't they come on? We fucking right here. We on Mile High Club. I feel better about life. For real, shout. And look, so shit, goddamn, speaking of feeling better about life while you're traveling, is another topic I wanted to discuss on this episode that I mentioned earlier, which is, wouldn't life be, travel life anyway, be completely better if you didn't get price gouged for food at the airport, right? Wouldn't that be just like completely a better situation? Like, you can go into the airport and get you like a 4 for $4 from Wendy's, right? Instead of the 4 for $4 at Wendy's now costs $12. Why? Why is the price? Why is the shit so much at the airport? Why is a regular ass Minute Maid $3.99 at the airport for a regular ass Minute Maid orange juice or apple juice? $4, shawty. Come on, shawty. That's crazy. That's outrageous. Then there needs to be like a cap on how much extra they can charge you, shawty, for this food and stuff at the airport. It's just not right. Because goddamn, I went to I always thought that the earphones and the cell phone cases and all that shit that you can get from the airport were like way overpriced. I ain't even never considered buying one of them joints, right? Till I lost my earphones one time and I went in there and just asked them how much was the stuff. And like the Bose, the Bose inner ear earphones, earbuds, they were like the same prices they was online from Bose or from Best Buy or whatever. So I was like, oh shit, it's the same price? That's amazing. But you can't get the same price for Chick-fil-A or for a goddamn Auntie Ann pretzel? Like normal shit, a Nathan's hot dog. Why is all this shit $500? Why? If they can sell Bose earphones in here for basically the same price you can get out in the public, in the regular mall or whatever, they can give me a damn piece of Sbarro's pizza for regular price. You know what I'm talking about? Shit is outrageous. And then when I'm president, okay, because I'm going to run for president. When I'm president, there will be a tax break available for anybody that has to buy airport food. If you spend, I'm about to come up with some parameters though. If you spend like more than $2,000-$3,000 a year, maybe is that too high? $1,500 a year. If you spend more than $1,500 a year airport food, and that's probably only 3 goddamn trips to the airport. If you spend more than $1,500 at airport food, you're gonna be able to write like 30% of that shit off when Cornbread the president. Cousin Cornbread for president, goddamn it. Okay? Shit. And that's in addition, don't forget, that's in addition to my tax break for any Walmart and Target expenditures that you spend and you black out and spend too much money at Walmart and Target. If y'all know about that tax plan, go on my YouTube page or my Instagram page, and I talked about that. But go on the YouTube, go subscribe on that YouTube page so y'all can see what I'm talking about from my presidential campaign is my first thing. I'm gonna give y'all them tax write-offs, okay? For Walmart especially. Walmart and Target always take everybody's money, and Costco, you know? But you'll have to prove that you had a certain list up front and then you overspent past the list. So if you only went in with 10 items and you come out with 67, I'm going to let you write that 67 off. You know what I'm saying? A percentage of it is going to come off. Get you back in your taxes because Cornbread cares. Dead ass, shawty. For real. That should be outrageous. These airport prices, man. Shit. Anyway, let me keep going, man. But I wanted to get, so when I was coming back on the flight, so I saw these prices and thinking about the price for the airport food. I got a sausage, egg, and cheese at the Tallahassee airport, and it was like $6. Okay, and I was in Tallahassee because I was at FAMU's homecoming. Okay. Now the crazy part about, and the FAMU's homecoming was fun. It's fun. I've been twice now. FAMU, if you don't know what that is Florida A&M University. It's a historically black college, better known as a HBCU. And at the football game, they were playing like Norfolk State or somebody like that. And I noticed that FAMU's quarterback was throwing some terrible passes, okay? He was basically out there skipping rocks and killing gophers, okay? He was knocking eagles out the sky, pigeons was falling. He was just either high or hella low. Okay, so I'm in the stands. I fuss. I'm always supporting black quarterbacks and black coaches. I'm in the stand fussing. I was like, man, see, this is why they need to work on these guys' mechanics and accuracy. This is why they get to the NFL, they get to the combine, And all these reporters always hating on the black quarterbacks, talking about their accuracy because they graduate them, they don't work on it in college. Blah, blah. I'm just going in, right, on all this technical stuff. Then I look at it a little closer, and I noticed that the FAMU quarterback was a whole white man. I said, hold on. Are we at a HBCU? Like the HBCU in Florida? Or like one of the most popular HBCUs nationwide? And their quarterback on the football team is a white guy? I was appalled. I'm still appalled. This is crazy. That was crazy to me. How in the hell are you at an HBCU and your football team, the number one position on any football team that they made it like this? So the number one football team, or number one position on any football team apparently is the quarterback. And all the big colleges in the NFL made it that way because they wanted to reserve this quarterback position as like the golden boy or whatever. So you can't do nothing to quarterback. Quarterback the most important, blah, blah, blah. I don't agree with that. We'll talk about that on another show. Whole point is the most important position is supposed to be quarterback. At a HBCU, ain't no way in hell you should be walking around with a white quarterback. That's crazy. And I didn't go to a HBCU. I went to a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution, right? That's how they call that. All my life, my junior high school, and college, I went to all predominantly white institutions, okay? So look, hey, y'all at HBCU talking all this shit about this, black, black pride and unity and uplifting and powerful, making power moves, that all this shit. And you get to the football game and the most important player on the whole team is a Caucasian? Oh man. I really don't know. I can't fathom. I mean, y'all mean to tell me in the whole state of Florida, y'all couldn't find a black quarterback that could skip rocks and kill pigeons like this one did? This dude did. This dude wasn't even that good. That was my problem with it when I thought about it, because I was like, am I being racist? Am I being prejudiced? Maybe I'm being a little prejudiced in this situation because of the specific school, right? And I just think that is, Caucasian quarterbacks get so much extra credit for doing absolutely nothing. They can be career backups, and when they come in to start 1 or 2 games in their 15-year career, everybody acts like they're the toast of the town, right? If you follow football, you know that's true. But whatever. And about the sidebar, there's a Twitter feed called Awful White Quarterbacks. That's the funniest shit ever. And it's ran by a white guy. And he hates the fact. He hates all that shit, but it's the funniest shit in the world. Anyway, back to this shit. There had to be somebody in Florida, a black boy in Florida, at that school. It ain't no way that they don't have one at FAMU right now that could throw the ball just like he did. I could throw them passes that he was throwing. And I'm 38 years old. He was terrible. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, y'all must be some bums. If this dude beat y'all out, come on, shawty. I'm still mad about that shit. I mean, Lord. Y'all got FAMU, man. Y'all got to get a black quarterback, dog. I don't even know if you can't go out of town to other people's stadium talking about you HBCU got the baddest band. What's it called? The Marching 100 band and all this shit. And y'all pull up with a goddamn white quarterback. Y'all just going to be, I don't know what y'all just going to be historically blackish. College and university, I don't know, man. Yeah, y'all got to stop that. I don't know. I don't, I guess it's the best man, but shit, come on, man. I mean, that just looked bad to me, just from an eyeball perspective. Like I said, if he was out there tearing it up and he was out there I'm like, oh shit, this is the next coming of Peyton Manning, or Drew Brees, or somebody. Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham. If he was out there killing it, I'd be like, all right, shit, he a beast though. He before he performing, he putting them in this position to win. No. Shit. Y'all get that shit together. The most powerful position on the field needs to be somebody of color at your HBCU, okay? Muhammad Ali wouldn't stand for this shit. James Baldwin didn't die for y'all to have a white quarterback at HBCU. I'm going to just tell you like that right now. And I'm still appalled. Okay? So, get that together, fam, you rattlers, okay? And look, so in food, so while I'm in Tallahassee, right, another thing that came up was, I didn't know that Tallahassee was separated into two parts, basically. You basically it's like an old school southern spot where they got the white side of town and the black side of town. Okay, so without going into too much, we was getting a lot of food on the black side of town, and we went to this joint called Lindsay's that sold fried chicken. Okay, now the first thing about we transitioned into the food part, by the way. So one thing, so we go into this spot. And when we rolled up, I already knew it was something crazy going on because everybody was standing outside of the spot as opposed to being inside the restaurant. They was outside. I don't know what that's about. That's always a bad look when you roll up to a restaurant and everybody standing outside. That's some trap shit, okay? So anyway, you look past that, you go inside, and then I noticed that they were selling grape Kool-Aid. Like dead ass, or they were like, "What you want to drink?" Now, like, what's the options? They said Coke, Sprite, something lemonade, sweet tea, or grape Kool-Aid. I said grape Kool-Aid. I ain't never heard of that on the menu. Nowhere in life, but they had that shit at Lindsay's. I was like, "Yo, this is the blackest thing I've ever heard in my life." And I love Kool-Aid. I ain't had nothing in a minute, but Kool-Aid is awesome. Don't let nobody ever talk down for y'all on Kool-Aid. Don't let nobody ever Kool-Aid shame you, okay? Kool-Aid is lit. You drink that shit with pride, whatever. It's purple. At least they said grape, but it's purple, and it's orange, and it's red. We don't even know what red flavor is. It might be fruit punch, might be tropical punch, might be strawberry. We don't know it's red. Fuck, what you mean? Anyway, that wasn't even the point. That wasn't the whole problem. The problem with this spot that I know, the real problem is that they had terrible customer service, and it was packed, and the girl was giving away people's food. Right? They had no kind of tracking mechanism. They gave you a receipt with a tracking number on it, but old girl didn't call out the order number. It wasn't like order 36. She would just be like, 5 wings hot sauce, right? I mean, like, shit, it's 30 motherfuckers in there that could have ordered 5 wings with hot sauce. Why would you use that as the mechanism to tell people that their food was ready? So anyway, she was giving away food, okay, to random people. People was in there waiting for 20 minutes. She gave it to somebody that just came in who ordered the same shit. I was like, this is terrible. And then that wasn't even the worst thing. The thing was, I looked back through the window by accident, right? So where you could see in the back to the kitchen. And the fryer basket that they had sitting out of the oil had like barnacles on that shit. Like some SpongeBob SquarePants ass barnacles had like grown on the fryer basket. They ain't cooked. They haven't washed that fryer basket ever. Like that shit had old, I don't know, you could probably go in there and find a buried treasure with all them fucking barnacles on that damn fried basket. I was like, God, they ain't never washed that joint. Ain't never cleaned it. Probably only changed the oil 3 times in life. Joint been open for 20 years. I said, God damn, that's the dirtiest fried basket I ever seen in my life. And I saw the old boy just back there picking stuff out of it with his hand. No glove, no nothing. Then one of the girls who at the front, she was wiping off the counter with her hand. No glove, no nothing. Didn't put on the glove to either wipe or finish wiping the counter off with a glove or nothing. She just wiped it off, put it in the trash can, tied her hair up in a ponytail or retied it into the ponytail. Ponytail. And then kept living her life like that shit, like it was cool. Bitch, don't be grabbing my chicken and bread and shit with your dirty counter wiping hand. The fuck? Yo, that junk was just all kinds of crazy. But that damn fried basket. So then I'm thinking to myself, old people will tell you, you ain't supposed to clean your frying pan, like those old cast iron pans, right? Old people say, oh, nah, don't clean it. You don't wash no cast iron pan. That's the seasoning. That's that you gotta leave that in there. Don't wash it too good. You gotta leave some of that in there. Leave some of what? The dirt? You gonna leave some of the dirt and previous flour or whatever the hell you've been cooking in that same grease and like just keep using it? Nah, shawty, y'all nasty. I never subscribed to none of that shit. That's some nasty. Y'all need to start washing these pans, man. Okay? If you got a deep fry, wash a deep fry basket. Wash the pan out. Only use that oil like maximum 3 times. Okay? And cook the same shit in. If it's chicken, you cook only chicken in that oil. If it's fish, only fish in that oil. If it's French fries, only French fries in that oil, man. Change that oil. And wash your damn pans and pots and shit. Ain't no damn, that's not the flavor. Who came up with that shit? That's some crazy shit. Y'all start washing them pans, man. I wash all my pans thoroughly. Thoroughly. Okay? Ain't gonna leave no damn grease and shit sitting in the junk overnight for years. Just got the same grease in that junk from 1997. Talking about my grandma said, you ain't supposed to wash these pots because it made the chicken taste better. No, it don't. Chicken tastes just fine with the seasoning that you put on it. Just like you have fresh seasoning, need to have a fresh pan. Damn pan don't add no flavor to the damn chicken. Hell wrong with y'all. And if anybody from Lindsay's in Tallahassee work is listening, go watch that damn barnacle-based basket that you have in there. That junk was awful. And that was just the one I saw. I know the other one was terrible too. Man, I think that's probably why I got sick when I came back, man. That junk was awful. Wash your pans, okay? Do that shit for Cousin Cornbread. Listen, I'll put that on my presidential thing too. We're going to revise the health inspector's time frame, and we're going to just go in there looking for barnacles on baskets. That's going to be part of my health inspector, whoever's over the food industry, FDA and all that shit. OSHA. I don't even know who controls that. Whoever the health inspectors work for, y'all putting that in there. If anybody got barnacles on their fried basket, shut that shit down. The end. We ain't going to have people out here getting sick. Fucking around with y'all because y'all talking about grandma talking about it's the seasoning. Shit, that don't really displease me, and I'm appalled at that as well. I'm appalled that a white HBCU quarterback and barnacles on my fried basket. The end, okay? And that actually is the end of this show, man. I need to tell y'all about that. So I hope, thank y'all for hanging out with your favorite cousin, man. I appreciate everybody that came back, checking in with me. Tell all your friends. I'm on everything. Oh, by the way, I'm on Spotify now. I'm on a bunch of stuff now. Got probably 5 new platforms that popped up. And the main one out of those 5 is Spotify. So if you're on Spotify and that's what you use to listen to your music or podcast or whatever it is, I'm on Spotify now. So the main ones is Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, YouTube, Google Play. I'm on all that. And Anchor FM, So make sure y'all go subscribe, man. Listen to this junk. Listen to all the past episodes. Subscribe. Share it. Tell all your friends. Write a review. Give me some stars. All that good shit wherever you listening to this junk, man. And I appreciate y'all once again for coming checking me out. And go. I can't talk. Go on cousincornbread.com for everything. All right? And like I told y'all, man, I was giving away $10 gift cards all October. And so for whoever showed me a subscribe and hit me in the inbox with the screenshot, and y'all ain't trying to do it, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. I'm giving away $10 gift card. Get you some Chick-fil-A. Get you a beet juice if that's what you do. You know, celery juice or, you know, tofu sticks or all that if you vegan. You know what I'm talking about? So hit me up, man. But I got 2 winners that that slid up in my inbox. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate them, man. So shout out to the Inside Scoop podcast. That was one of the winners. He sent me the screenshot. That was one of the rules. You had to get the screenshot in there. So shout out to the Inside Scoop. And shout out to Ann Enigma that I mentioned earlier. She sent me the screenshot too with some feedback from the last show. So I appreciate both of y'all, man. Those are 2 winners for this week. And I'll have 4 more sets of winners coming up. You know what I'm saying? So those are 2 right there. Shout out to them. Appreciate that. And we about to get up out of here, man. I guess it's just me, not we, but whatever. That was the royal we. Oh yeah, we'll talk about old girl, the Duchess or whatever she is that just had the baby over there in England. You know what I'm talking about? We'll talk about that one day. I probably just had it on my Instagram story or something. And if you ain't following me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of stuff on Instagram. So Instagram, Cousin Cornbread. Cousin Cornbread on any platform that you follow me on or you can follow me on. Cousin Cornbread on Facebook as well. Go on that joint. Follow me on there. Most of my shit is public, so you should be able to interact with me on my main page. All right? So yeah, man, I appreciate it. About to get up out of here. So yeah, I'm going to leave y'all with the same old stuff. 3 keys to life. Number 1, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Number 2, always make a plan or you'll always work for somebody who did make a plan. Number 3, don't drink and drive. You might spill some. Log out.